My name is Haley Mars, and I'm a student in EDM310 at the University of South Alabama.
And I'm Allison Sheridan, and I'm very privileged to do this interview with Haley.
All right, and my first question for you, Ms. Sheridan, is what are your thoughts on project-based learning?
Project-based learning, I think, is a great way to implement real-world experiences for the students. Unfortunately, our school, where I am now, has not been officially trained in project-based learning. I am familiar with it. Hopefully, we're going to start evolving toward doing more of that, because I think it's a great way to interact with children. I think it's a very hands-on approach that they would enjoy, and just the real-life experiences they get through project-based learning, I think, is invaluable and helps prepare them as they go into the workforce. So I think it's a great way, a great avenue.
I forgot to mention you're a third grade teacher?
I'm a special education teacher, and I have taught for 28 years and working with special education, but I work primarily with third grade.
So do your third graders use technology in the classroom?
We have, all of our teachers are equipped with smart boards in our classroom. We also have an iPad that the children are allowed to get on. We also have Kindles. We do have notebooks, 2 notebook, small computers in their room. We use the smart board daily, and in every area and every subject that we teach, the smart board is utilized. We also have a computer lab with 25 computers, and the students go once a week to computer lab, and there they learn things from how to look up sources for a paper, how to cite different sources, how to write, do PowerPoint. We just completed, the students did a PowerPoint using their favorite book and presented that to their class. So I feel like that we are integrating technology a lot.
You mentioned that in your classroom you have an iPad and a Kindle. Is that per student, or is there just one in the classroom?
I wish it was per student. Unfortunately, the funding, we could not afford to have that one for every student. But I have an iPad that is shared amongst my classroom, as the other teachers do, and then we have a Kindle that the students are allowed to use. Each teacher has a Kindle, and then we each have 2 notebooks that they are allowed to. We have a program called Accelerated Reading, and the students read books, and then they take a test through Accelerated Reading. So they use the notebooks to take tests. The notebooks are also used during social studies, or if they have a certain topic, like on animals, if they're doing a project on animals, then they use those to look up information. We also have a rolling lab that the teachers can check out with 25 small notebooks. So now that the whole class can have one, and we can do an interactive lesson where the teacher says, go to this website, so all the students can log on at a certain time, and each one would have their own computer.
You said that your students spend about 45 minutes in the computer lab each week. Do you have any concerns with their safety being on the internet or using this technology?
That was something that was discussed, and fortunately we have specific blocks on certain sites, so they are not allowed to go to. Our technology teacher did also do a lesson on reputable sites and how you have to be careful about when you're going to certain sites that it's what it should be, and how to tell when it's not a good site. And so that was a lesson, a whole lesson that they learned. But we have certain blocks on the computer set up by Mobile County Public Schools that the students, it automatically blocks them from being able to go to a site that may be dangerous or not good.
Do you have any advice for students like me who are going to be teaching in the 21st century?
I think the big thing is the more technology you can provide, or that your school is doing, is to certainly engage and take advantage of that, because our whole environment and our whole world, our society is going toward technology. And if we are not implementing that daily in our classroom, we're doing an injustice to the students, because they want it. We know that they're engaged. It's something that's a valuable, something that they can learn and take with them in society when they work. And so I think that we certainly need to have as much of it as we can in the classroom daily.
I definitely agree that technology is not going anywhere.
Yes, yes.
All right, well, thank you so much, Ms. Sheridan.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
I
You did a
enjoyed it.
wonderful job.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
this has been an EDM 310 production.